Jane loved her job. She was a neonatal nurse. She cared for the tiniest, most vulnerable patients.
One baby boy, Isaiah, particularly tugged at my heartstrings. He was left abandoned. No one came to visit him. No one asked about him. Days turned into weeks. Isaiah grew stronger. Still, no one claimed him.
Jane felt a growing emptiness in her own life. She was single. She longed for a child. The thought of Isaiah growing up in the system, unwanted and alone, was unbearable.
I decided to foster him. I hoped it might become permanent. I brought him home. He was so small. He fit perfectly in the crook of my arm.
She promised him love and care. Jane felt an instant connection with Isaiah. He was a good baby, content and peaceful. She knew in her heart that he was meant to be hers. The adoption process was surprisingly smooth. Jane officially became Isaiah's mother. This tiny, fragile baby was now hers forever.
As Isaiah grew, I showered him with love. I filled our home with laughter, stories, and lullabies. We were a family.
Isaiah was a curious child, always asking questions. He wanted to know about his birth parents, why they left him. Jane answered as best she could.
They must have had their reasons. But you were chosen. You were loved.
Time flew by. Isaiah thrived under Jane's care. He was a bright, compassionate boy. He excelled in school. He made friends easily. Jane was proud of the young man he was becoming. Yet, a part of her worried about the day he might want to find his birth parents. One day, a letter arrived. It was from the hospital. They needed to discuss Isaiah's adoption file. Jane's heart skipped a beat. It was an unusual request after all these years. Had there been a mistake? Was Isaiah's birth family looking for him?
I went to the hospital. My mind raced with possibilities.
A kind-faced woman greeted her. Her name was Victoria. She explained that she and her husband, Henry, had lost a baby boy 10 years ago. They were told he didn't survive, but they recently uncovered some inconsistencies in their records.
We recently uncovered some inconsistencies in our records.
Victoria showed Jane a photo. It was of a newborn baby. He looked exactly like Isaiah.
My blood ran cold. Could this be true? Was Isaiah not mine after all?
Jane's world crumbled around her. She felt betrayed, but more than that, she felt terrified for Isaiah.
How do I tell him? He has the right to know. But what if he doesn't want to know me anymore?
Seeing Jane's distress, Victoria and Henry were heartbroken.
We never wanted to cause you or Isaiah any pain. We just wanted to know the truth.
Let's agree to a DNA test.
They all waited with bated breath for the results. The results confirmed their worst fears. Isaiah was indeed their biological son. He had been switched at birth.
Oh, Isaiah.
Jane sobbed in her kitchen. Isaiah held her tight. He didn't understand what was happening, but he knew his mom was hurting.
It's okay, Mom, I'm here.
Section 5. A bond unbroken. In the end, despite the painful revelations, the bond between Jane and Isaiah remained unbroken. They faced the future together, stronger than ever.